So, hello everyone! Today it's time for another episode of the Koba.Siani Design Consultation. And today we are getting into the insights of designing a dress. This dress will be a pattern hack of one of my patterns. And it's gonna be my entry for the Soft Fruity 22 challenge from Blossom Sandwich. So, it all starts with an inspiration, and this is what I want to show you first. My inspiration was this dress, this with the yellow beige pattern here. And as you can see, the important design details are big sleeves, a V-neck, a tiered skirt, and the ruffle around the neckline. So every time when I see big sleeves, I'm thinking about my Stella pattern, of course. Here, this is the original pattern. So, of course, this dress is for sure a Stella pattern hack. But there were also other things which I had to consider, or which I have to consider, because I really need a summer dress for hot days. So this means these long puff sleeves are probably a bit too warm, so I'm planning to do, instead of the whole sleeve, just to make a part of the sleeve as a ruffle here around the armhole. I like very much the ruffle around the neckline. This I want to make. And I love the tiered skirt. So next thing to do was for me to make a sketch of the finished dress. And as you can see, I'm not the best drawer or artist on the pen. Drawing is just not my type of being creative, or my access to be creative. And although I'm a professional fashion designer, yes, that's the reality. And what I want to tell you now is that even if you are not a good drawer, you can be creative with fashion. That's no problem. Believe me, I worked for 7 years in the fashion industry. I was hired from 2 fashion brands with these drawing skills. So don't be afraid of it. But fortunately, it's allowed to cheat. And look at this figure here. This is my template, and I just put a blank sheet over this woman here, so that I can draw my designs. So I don't have to make too much effort, make too much effort on how it looks and on the proportions, because I already can see this through the sheet here. This is quite ugly, I think, and also the size is not so much size inclusive, I think. But I've googled it before, and there are also templates like this in bigger sizes or different body shapes, so just use what's fine for you. Then of course I have to think about the material, and as this is going to be for the Soft Fruity 22 challenge, I want to use this pineapple fabric, which is an African wax print from Clothing Africana. This is already important to know before making the sketch, because this is a cotton fabric, and it is quite medium stiff, I would say, so it's not that flowing. This I have to keep in mind, of course, when I draw the dress. Because yes, how can the sketch help me in or during the design process? I'm forcing myself always when I'm drawing these sketches, it's more like a technical sketch, let's say this. I'm forcing myself to draw also the details, so automatically I have to think about the workmanships, This helps me later when I have to draft the pattern or when I make the pattern hack. I can check the proportions on the dress, because let's say I don't like that the two tiers of the skirt are equal. Then let's say, okay, I could also make the lower tier smaller and the upper one wider. In this case here, for me it was important to check on the ruffles here, because I wanted to have this big ruffle along the neckline. And how would it look like now with the sleeve ruffle underneath? The sleeve seam or former sleeve seam is covered now by the neck ruffle. So how would this look? And my sketch says this looks okay. I can proceed like this. So even the sketch is not artsy or yeah, it's just technical, but it helps me a lot to figure out my design, to know which workmanship I'll choose for the pattern or for this dress. Yes, and I can keep this during the pattern drafting process. By the way, these kinds of dresses, these are very in fashion now, but they are also quite similar to the traditional African dresses which are worn in West Africa and Central Africa. And I think the women there know how to cope with heat and I can only agree to this. It's these kind of dresses, wide in every length and with or without sleeves, or how you like these, are very comfortable to wear when it's hot. So this will be a good make for summertime. So what I want to tell you with this sketch and with my working steps here is that you don't have to be an artist to make nice styles, and that it could be that your access to creativity is not through making sketches or making nice drawings, but perhaps rather through fabrics and textures and patterns and stuff like that, because that's the case here with me. So don't be afraid to draw ugly sketches. Just do it. Do it for a technical reason, to understand your styles really, or to make up your mind about styles and your opinion, and to figure out the workmanships and proportions of your styles, or also design details. I think in my case it's going to work very well, and I'm already very looking forward to sewing that dress, especially in that nice fabric. This I'm going to make tomorrow. So I think you can expect from me by end of the week or by Friday perhaps already a pattern hack video on my YouTube channel. Nice photos, hopefully. So thank you for watching. Have a nice evening and take care. Bye!